Hello everybody, what is happening right now in the market is pretty insane. We have Ethereum moving up to 4,300, Bitcoin trying to break a new all-time high, so I think it's very important right now to make an update on what we can expect next. So let's get right into it and see what we have. So Bitcoin, I had given you a long trade from about 113,000. The trigger was very simple. I had written in my Discord, I like 112K to be taken out with an SFP. So we took out 112K, and you can see right here, we had the liquidity grab. We had a really nice reaction. And then for me, the entry trigger was this retest of the 0.78. And so that's where I took my long trade. And as you can see, I had entry at 114,000 almost, and today we woke up with 122,000. So this right here was a very, very nice long trade with a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio, which played out really well. But now it's important to see what the next trades could be. We have this big range that we've been in for about a month, and we've just broke out of it finally right here, as you can see. We broke out of our volume range, we retested it onto this anchor VWAP that we got from the moment of the impulse that we had last night. For me, the next interesting point would be about 118,000 right here on this naked point of control. We have this point of control of the big range, and hopefully this anchor VWAP with time can move up and we can see something like this. And again, target would be 125,000. So for me on Bitcoin, this is it. The more interesting one is Ethereum, which has been on a crazy run. As you know, I have been long on Ethereum since, well, obviously I bought spot right here at 1.5. Then I opened a big leverage position right here at 2.2. And since then I've been holding, I also bought spot, and I've been holding up to now, which is 4.3. And for those people who watch my videos, you know that my target was 4.6, which is where we're pretty much approaching. I did also give you this other trade on a retracement, which we missed by literally $50. Really a shame because that was the low, and this would have been a really, really nice long trade. As you can see, this is the plan that I had shared on my Discord, along at 3.335, and unfortunately we didn't get it, but that's okay. I'm still holding my positions. It's bumpy like crazy. So first of all, we have the spot position on Ethereum that I want to show you. And as you can see, I closed $17,000 of profit, and I still have over 32,000 in open profit, which means that just my spot position made $50,000 of profit. And then we have my leverage position right here with 7K closed profit, and I still have 3,000 open. And as you can see, entry at 2.3, 800%, almost 900% of profit with 10x leverage, as we are now trading at 4,300. You know, right here, the reason why I already took $7,000 of profit, and on my spot position I took $17,000 of profit, is because, as I've mentioned many times, looking at the pair right here, Ethereum to BTC, I did say that this was the first target. So as you can see, we got this perfectly. We literally could not have been more perfect. This is what I was expecting. I was expecting a reclaim, a back test, little chilling around here, and then moving up to this pit stop area that I've mentioned. And look at that, we have touched the weekly level that I had given to the dollar. I mean, this level I put at 0.3707, and we literally touched 3708. So that was pretty insane. But anyways, yeah, if we want to see continuation on Ethereum and towards a new all-time high, we really do need to flip this area right here, this weekly and this monthly. If this is the case, then as I've mentioned many times, then we can expect another 50% move on Ethereum more than Bitcoin. So we can expect still Bitcoin to keep pushing, but we would expect 50% more on Ethereum. So of course, this means that you want to be holding Ethereum rather than Bitcoin, or you want to be trading Ethereum rather than Bitcoin, as it can be more profitable. And as it has been more profitable, because as you can see in the last days, from the 2nd of August to today, Bitcoin has moved up 10%, but if we go and see Ethereum from August 2nd to today, we have been moving up 30%, which means 3 times what Bitcoin moved. So you could have made 3 times the money that you could have made on Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm definitely invested way more on Ethereum and on altcoins at the moment. And obviously at this level is where we can expect a move down, which is why I've been taking profits. And of course, I would never long at 4.3K, but if anything, I would wait for a retracement, maybe a backtest of this point of control to then keep moving up. Or maybe some intraday supports on the anchor VWAP. You can wait for a retracement to here and then take it higher, or even something deeper where we could expect a bigger move down back onto this anchor VWAP on this weekly and then move up. So, as I said, like, it's not so smart to take a long at 4.3 if your target is 4.6, or even if it's 5,000. I would always wait for lower. So for example, on Ethereum, I can already see that we have a really nice level coming up here at 3.6. And if I were to look for a new long, that's where I would look for. So obviously, if we flip right here, then we can expect to move up to 4.6 without a retracement. But if we are to lose this place right here and break out of this range that you can see right here, then I would expect to see 3.6, this anchor VWAP moving up, retest of the weekly, and then onto the value area high from the previous volume range, and then we can expect to take it up to 4.6. So then we would have a trade that would look something like this. And this I would be interested in. If we are to go deeper, my point of interest still remains 2.8, even though I think it's kind of unlikely unless something really happens. Then let's go over the trades that I gave you on the altcoins. So Solana, first of all, I told you I was going to add anything from 156 to 140. And we got the perfect test of the anchor VWAP right here, which for now has been the low. So it was another great trade that I gave you. I told you if we reclaim this point of control at anchor VWAP, could have taken it long. And this was perfect. The trade was like this, and I will show you my account. So here's the trade on SUI, entry at 3.5. I think it did reach 4 perhaps. But anyways, I already took half the profit and I still have 350 open P&L. Hype as well, we lost the first trade right here, which got stop loss. But then I did tell you on the Discord, you should wait between 37 and 35, which is exactly what we got. And literally through all this downfall, I kept on saying on my Discord, I am buying all of this. And now this is obviously paying off. I already took 1.7K of profit. I still have 1.3 open. And as you can see, average entry at 39, we're now at 45, and I'm expecting $50 to be taken out. So I did take some profit along the way, but obviously my target still remains 50. Then Tau was another great one. I told you that I was buying this whole box right here between 340 and 310, and we got exactly that. And as you can see, it's another one that I was buying a lot of right here. And once again, this is paying off pretty well. I already took $350 of profit, still have 600 open. And as you can see, my entry is 341. We were trading at 400 just yesterday. Obviously, we saw a little bit of a fall on the altcoins, but nothing to worry about. And anyways, I'm holding this for higher. Cardano, same thing. I gave you this trade. You can put obviously the stop loss below the low now. I had told you to keep it about 0.67, which was never hit. This was very easy. Anchor VWAP, point of control. Claim right here on the retest on the 0.66. That was a perfect entry as well. And as you can see in my account, Cardano is also in profit. Not much, about $400. But as you can see, there was my entry and I already sold a little bit. And then finally, probably the one that I played the best was this long trade on ENA, which at the moment is making me about 1.5K. The final target is 0.90 cents. We're almost there. I did say that if we were to flip this daily level, which as you can see, we tested here, rejected, retested here, rejected. Finally, we got the flip, and now we're moving towards my $0.91 target. And honestly, as you can see, this was the perfect entry. Could have not been better. As you can see in my account, I got exactly that entry at 0.44, which was basically the low. And now we did almost 100% in spot. And so now with 10x leverage, we have 800% return. And yeah, pretty insane trade, which I will still be holding to 0.9. And as I said, if we can flip 0.9, the next target is going to be towards 1.3, so a new all-time high. But yeah, just look at this. This is one trade which was 1 to 20 risk to reward, which means if you risked 1,000 right here, you could have made 20,000 if you didn't take profit along the way. I took profit pretty early because there was a big crash on Ethereum, if you guys remember. So along the way, I took profit a bit too quickly. But if I just bought here and held all the way here, this would have made me probably $20,000-$30,000. But anyways, so yeah, this is not to say anything in hindsight. It's just to show you that with patience and with the right risk management, you can take those kind of trades. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to show you any more trades on altcoins because, to be honest, with Tau, Hype, the Ethereum position, I mean, I'm already invested in where I want to be invested. So I will make a new altcoin update with new trades, maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow. But for now, I would focus on the trades that I shared on Bitcoin and what I shared on Ethereum. I hope this update was useful, and I will see you in the next one.